Preparing live stream. Setting up the meeting. And we are now live and in color. And we're going to start recording. Hello, everybody. And welcome to another edition of Daytime Today, live simultaneously from the JLJ Media Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, and Southern California. We're going to give you the latest in the news and gossip of the week that happened in daytime TV, digital dramas, and things surrounding both of those. I'm happy to bring you both our co-hosts on the show, Miss Tami Goveia and Miss Candice Mack.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Woo! We made it through another week. Thank you, Jesus.
You take it day by day in this business, man. Day by day.
Exactly.
So we are live. This is really exciting. And, because this is live television, I am now in the process of looking for the live show on YouTube.
It's on.
Are you in it yet?
Yeah, I'm in.
JLJ.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Or folks, I'm James Lott Jr. Bye.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, I see Kenny Clark and Ron Edwards.
Awesome.
Hi, guys. Much love.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're live and we're here to bring you all of the daytime goodness, gracious, juicy stuff. I was like, wait, juicy, goosey. So
before we get into it, Candice, what did you think about the week in regards to the news? Yeah, I know.
Am I? Okay. Regarding the news this week, I feel as though, yeah, that's all. I can't even do it. I know. Feel right now, I'm just like, I don't know.
Let's dive right in then. Let's dive right in. So this is exciting. When Miss Sally on The Bold and the Beautiful, Courtney Hope, left, we were, excited about where's she going to go. And then she looks like she's going to Y&R, but it also looks like there's been another casting decision made. It looks like actress Madison Thompson will be playing the role of Jordan. And this was reported on deadline.com. Her character is described as a worldly woman who will prove that there is more than meets the eye. I read this description, Candice, and I started laughing out loud because that's like the description for every single woman on every single soap opera. It's always that woman who comes in with one story, but she really has a backstory. Yeah, she really has a whole history that nobody really knows about.
Okay. This also sounds like, no shade to Young and the Restless, but I believe, who was it? Was it Chriselle Strauss character that was on? They had the same description for her. So you're right. Every woman that comes on, and men, because, who was it? Gordon Thompson's character was described as the same thing.
They literally cut and paste.
Yeah.
They cut and paste this description.
And now it's Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is going to be good. This is, it's going to be a new storyline. It's going to be something different. Apparently, Madison was recently featured on the 3rd season of Netflix's show Ozark. Yeah, which is an amazing show.
Yes. I'm still salty that Tom Pelphrey did not get an Emmy nomination.
Right? I hear you. I totally hear you on that.
Just saying. And the show itself, not, but Tom Pelphrey should have got an Emmy nomination. And that's going to be something I'm going to continue saying until he gets one. Just saying.
Shooting this week. And her episodes will begin airing at the end of October, the end of this month.
Wow.
Which, man, we're on October. We were just talking about that before the show. So yeah, make sure and be on the lookout for Miss Madison Thompson, who will be playing the role of Jordan. I love it.
Wonder who she's going to hook up with.
I know.
And that's funny because I always do that. I don't know if anybody else does, like, okay, who needs some loving on Young and the Restless? Or is she a key factor into the storyline that's going on right now with Adam and Chance in Vegas, which that would make sense, but we'll see.
Total sense.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens at the end of this month, correct?
End of this month. Yep.
Okay.
I want to do a quick shout out to some of the folks in the chat. So
Yeah.
Annie's in the chat. She says hi to the both of us.
Hey, girl.
And then Kenneth, loving the blue hair, Candice.
Okay, so
What?
okay.
Oh
So
my God.
here's the deal. I did not dye my hair, but this is actually a scarf.
It's a scarf.
It's a scarf. It's a headscarf, and it is by one of my friends' mothers who is going through. She's in stage 1 of breast cancer. So I thought, and this is for you, Miss Debbie. I'm wearing it and on it because she said, "Oh, I want you to wear it sometime." So I figured October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as we all know. If you haven't noticed, this, by the way, was so random that Tami and me, as well as James, are all wearing pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Ladies, please, please, please check yourself. Do your self breast examination. If you don't know how to do it, Google and
go on YouTube. There's like a million. There's no
to your
excuses
doctor.
nowadays.
Exactly. And it's kind of, this is like off subject, but this is actually on topic. Throughout the month of October here at Daytime Today, we're going to post clips of how breast cancer was dealt with on soaps, as well as on talk shows. It's important for us to get that message out. Amanda
And
Lewis.
it's still frustrating that we have to keep talking about this.
And I must jump in really quick just because my mom is going through it right now. So my mom gets her yearly mammograms. She's in her 70s, gets her yearly mammograms. They're uncomfortable. My mother is large breasted. It's very uncomfortable, but she does them diligently. And they found her cancer stage 1. They found it early enough that she was able to handle it early without, she found some lumps. She checked herself, and she went in. And right now we're going through the radiation and the estrogen right now. But they went in, did lumpectomy, and which was a procedure that happened. It was like a 3-hour procedure, outpatient. She came out, and she is doing. People have asked me, she is doing better. It was very scary to hear the cancer word, very scary. But they caught it early enough because she does have the screening. She does do the mammogram. It's and men too can get breast cancer.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's important to know that breast cancer is one of those cancers where when you catch it early enough, it's manageable.
Yes.
It's not this end scenario situation. So yeah.
And by the way, the studies have shown that women under the age of 35, let me repeat that, 35 are high risk to have breast cancer, especially if cancer is in your family. So I have a history of it, so I do the check and everything. So don't wait. And here's the drinking game. Don't wait for every day to get yourself checked out.
Oh, geez.
So and by the way, what are you guys drinking? Wait a minute. I'm like, okay. So that was our public service announcement, or, to check your tatas, and men also check your tatas as well. All right. So October is not only Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it is spooky time. It's Halloween. And when you think of spooky, you think of soaps. When you think of soaps, you think of soap villains. And one of the greatest soap villains of all time, I'm putting her on the Mount Rushmore of soap villains.
Like scary.
Seriously, I would not want to cross her even on the worst day. But we're talking about Sheila Carter and her portrayal of Kimberly Brown. Now, some of you guys know that Kimberly Brown is a fur mommy.
Yes.
By the way, if you don't know what fur mommies are, that's, pets, the mommy's pets, dogs, cats, anything fur. But seriously, she had a panic when her little pup, was attacked by coyotes.
Oh my gosh. And literally her doggy is like a little chihuahua. It's a little thing. So when you think of that scenario, that's scary.
So small. And she explained to her followers, please hold her in your prayers. The actress said that she took her pup to the vet. She was dropped off. She's still praying. It's one of those scary things of, animals are babies. Just think about it. You're a pet owner. Pets are babies. You want to make sure that everything is okay. And that's scary. Coyotes?
Yeah. I mean, they're completely dependent on you. Completely dependent on you. And you know what? Coyotes just being a coyote. I feel so bad for coyotes who are in the city because they're so out of their element. We are in their element.
Exactly.
Right?
That's scary. But so
Yeah.
we're sending our thoughts and prayers as well. Hope that baby's okay.
Yeah.
But there was some good news. Okay. Brown's son Nicholas and Dora Alexis each announced that they're expanding their families, correct? They're preparing to welcome a new daughter-in-law and son-in-law in the future.
Like
Double
both
wedding,
of her kids.
double wedding, people.
It's a double wedding.
That means if you're a parent, that means that's saving you some money.
At least you hope so. I don't know.
I mean, it depends on, because, and I was thinking about that, the times that we're living in now, how are they going about weddings? Or is it the same as before, or is there a guideline? So that's why, I was kind of joking, but at the same time, I was really being serious is that, it might be, better price. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
So,
but
yes.
It's nice to know that she's got some good news on the horizon there, because that's exciting time in everyone's lives.
Exactly.
So this is really fun. I'm a classic film lover. And so this next story actually ties into old Hollywood and classic Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was originally reported in July, but everything has finally been, okay, all the T's have been crossed and all the I's have been dotted, that LeBron James, everybody knows LeBron here in Los Angeles, has finally closed on his $36.8 million home that he's recently purchased in the 90210 area code. So that's Beverly Hills, right? So this house, the owners was Bill Bell and his wife, Lee. And so they purchased this home in the early 80s. Lee passed away in March and was living in the house until her passing. But the classic Hollywood story is that Oscar nominee Charles Boyer was one of the original owners of the home. It then passed on to Howard Hughes, who then passed it on to Katharine Hepburn. And Katharine actually lived in this home. This was during the heyday of her career. So we're talking like the 1930s and 1940s. And the home was then abandoned for a really long time and finally came into the loving hands of Bill Bell and Lee, who obviously are the originators of The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. And so now it's in the hands of LeBron James, and it is an estate. It's a compound. It's literally on 2 acres of land with the tennis courts and the dream home.
Wow. And for Bold and Beautiful fans, you've seen that house plenty of times when they do the exterior shots of the Forrester house or the Logan. Wow. First of all, I didn't know about the backstory of classic Hollywood and how that factors. And yes, folks, she is a classic Hollywood. Like, she loves it. So
it's
this is for you.
Insane.
This is for you, Tami.
Yes.
Where is she?
Where is she? Hi, Audrey. Hi, Miss Audrey. She makes me so happy.
she loves it. But yeah, congratulate. That's, I saw pictures of Lori Lee Bell posting, her and her brothers toasting their final day at the house, at the mansion.
Yeah.
And you just think about all the stories.
My gosh.
From that house. And it is surreal that LeBron James now owns it. Hopefully, but I'm curious. I wonder if they thought about making it a landmark. Could they have done that? Like a Hollywood landmark?
That's up to the city. I actually don't know what the prerequisites are in order for a building to be historically, categorized like that. I mean, I know when Candice Spelling moved out of their 50,000 square foot mansion, talk about the stories. I mean, talk about the history. I mean, Aaron Spelling was a titan in
Exactly.
television. And I remember she did that reality show when they were moving out of, I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it?
Yeah, this is the tears. I'm just thinking about the tears.
Yeah.
We have our own Aaron Spelling here, Mr. James Lye Jr.
Yes.
And one day he's going to have a mansion that size, and we're all crashing it. We're going to just stay there.
But I'm wondering if he's going to have his own wrapping paper. Like Candy literally had a floor dedicated to
No.
wrapping paper.
No.
He will.
I'm gonna be all about plants and garden. I'm gonna have a plant room.
So there'll be a jungle. There'll be an
Jungle.
atrium.
Jungle.
Yes, you got it in the atrium.
And then it would be a spinoff called "It's a Plant Life" with James Lye Jr. Anyway, yes, I finally got to say it.
So I'm just hoping, to your point, Candice, I'm just hoping that LeBron maintains the integrity of the house, because LA really does have a lot of history, architectural history, and it just breaks my heart when developers come in and just destroy everything.
Destroy it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. You're moving into a beautiful, but don't change it, because there's so much history, and it's people probably come by and take pictures like, hey. Well, speaking of the bold and the beautiful, obviously one actress has dominated the last couple of weeks. Her name already, everybody has said she needs to get an Emmy nomination. I'm pretty sure. I mean, seriously, Jacqueline MacInnes Woods has rocked this storyline.
Yeah.
And recently she sat down with Michael Fairman to talk about the storyline and some other things, and a surprising, very interesting little tidbit. So she, described the storyline. They asked her if, when they came to her, how did she feel about the storyline? And basically this was already going to happen before the shutdown. They talked to her about it, and she felt incredibly honored to do this storyline. She did notice, and we talked about this, and I'm pretty sure you guys talked about it on the Bold and Beautiful show, how fast this storyline was with her addiction.
Yeah, and it's so funny. We were just talking about this on the, the previous show with James, and James was saying that he was happy with the pace. Like, she's already in rehab, and I was like, I would have liked like another week.
Right.
Seeing this addiction continue to unfold and see the story unfold a little bit.
Yeah, she said that she thought that too, that it was a long, like, people get addicted to something and it takes weeks. But she did research on YouTube. Smart girl. And she said that she saw how quickly, like with the pain management, it can take up to 48 hours for you to depend on a pill to make you feel better, which was very surprising, and it's actually accurate, especially when you're stressed out and you're relied on for so many things. And you think about it, Steffi, she is continually CEO of Forster Creations, even though we don't see her at work. She is a mother to now, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was said that the baby is now 4 years old, correct?
Is Kelly that old?
Yeah, I think they raised her.
Okay.
Because the way they made it sound is that she was still in her toddler years, but now I believe she's 4 years old. So I was like, okay, but still, she's a single mother. She has to, a lot of single moms have to depend on just themselves to do. So if you're in that state, the addiction happens real quick. But she is proud that Bold and Beautiful came to her to give her this storyline, and she's honored. And they do tell stories like these throughout the years. I mean, you trace it back. They have done with Steffi, with Brooke, with Hope. So she is proud about that. Now,
Candice, though, I have a question. So obviously she's done a tremendous job with the storyline. I couldn't help but wonder, though, if Jacqueline actually being a mother in real life, how that just maybe opened up a whole world of emotions that maybe before, 2 or 3 years ago, it would have been more challenging, for her to access those those emotions. But now being a mother and, and having their child ripped away from you, in Steffi's eyes, being kidnapped.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think
What do you think? Do you think that she definitely described going into a dark place, in a dark world of emotions, because like you said, she's a mother as well. And she had to tap into those emotions of what if this was really happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
And she just pulled it all out. And you're seeing the results right now. What was interesting was the scene in which she was, confronted by Ridge, Liam, Brooke, Hope. They did that in, believe it or not, one take.
Thank God.
They did that.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Can you imagine having to do it more than once?
Draining. It was so draining. And if you wanted to know the scene, which I'm pretty sure everybody talked about, is when Steffi had the knife. Believe it or not, that idea came from Thorsten Kaye. He felt as though, if you think about it, Ridge would usually go to his daughter and give her the hug, like everything is okay. But with Steffi, the condition she was in, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna cut you because you've cut me. You cut me emotionally. And so they wanted to bring that up and bring it out. And I think they did a great job with it. So yeah, check out that interview over at michaelfairman.com. But she's done a wonderful job, and I cannot wait until a certain portrait is put down.
I know, we were talking about that too. And and I am glad that they put in that PSA.
Yes, with Scott Clifton.
With Scott Clifton. I was kind of and I'm glad that they actually did that. I wish they actually had done it a couple of times, because I only saw it one time.
One time. Yes. Yeah. So one time. But Bold and Beautiful does these storylines. And I know that, like you guys said, the pacing of the storyline, but the message came across is that you don't have to be, rich, poor, black, white, male, female. It happens.
Addiction does not discriminate.
Yeah. Does not. And I've enjoyed the honesty of when somebody says, I feel alone. I feel like I wasn't able to turn to anybody. I mean, that's such a good story.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well done.
Yeah. See what's next. Okay. So speaking of drama, dramatic, Days of Our Lives is returning all new on Tuesday. Okay, I know what you guys are saying. Wait a minute. Candice, Days of Our Lives was new all this time. What are you talking about? Well, you guys remember that in March, there was a little thing called a shutdown. It happened everywhere. So according to our friend Jason47, tomorrow, which is October 5th, is the last days before they shut down. Okay? So we're now into 2020. But tomorrow's episode is the final before the shutdown. Now, the 2 weeks that's coming up, starting Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, Days of Our Lives fans, real quick. Days of Our Lives will not be seen on Thursday and Friday.
Right.
Due to will be on the following week. Those episodes are going to be the episodes that they went back early, September last month to film.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
I want
to see how they do it. Because so far we've seen General Hospital. We've seen Bold, Young and the Restless. So I wonder how Days is going to handle the whole social distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder. Wonder. So, okay.
One thing too that we were wondering about, and I had no idea because I'm not a huge YNR, like I don't watch the show on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
So when Demi Lovato came out and her engagement had gotten broken off to Max Eric, I had no idea that he was a former YNR guy who played Fenn on the show.
Yes. Yeah. So
I
I
know
do
there's
the
so many
Actually, I know
thoughts.
him actually. I know Max Eric.
Do you?
I did an interview with him 4 years ago at AfterBuzz TV. That's how we became friends. We met. Very soulful, nice guy. I was very shocked how fast he got engaged, and shocked how
Yeah, they
fast
got engaged in
Yeah.
March. I mean, it was like,
Yeah.
So, but he's a great.
Well, they started dating. So here's the thing. They started dating in March.
there you go. And then got
And then over the summer, it was
engaged in July.
they got engaged. We saw the video. We saw, all the he loves me, I love her, oh, and all that. And then earlier this week, of allegedly that Max sent out talking about how he Ariana Grande. Who else is it? Can't Gomez. That's the reason that those two broke up. So now the engagement is off. He went on Instagram Live and he pretty much says, I'm hurt. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
This is a
so
case
sad,
of
because
it's so sad too. Yeah, it is.
this type of thing happens all the time,
But
but because of who they are, it's in the public eye.
okay. Can I'm be shady right now? I feel as though this was a publicity stunt. I do feel as though they did have feelings for each other, but they got together too quick, engaged too fast. I don't know, and that's sad for me to say that, because I feel as though with Hollywood couples now, it is about a publicity stunt. A lot of people knows Demi, but not a lot of people, unless you're a soap fan, knows who Max is.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
her statements and his statements, it's like, okay, why are you going Instagram Live and talking about it? Why are you tweeting about it? Why are you doing interviews about it?
I don't
Come on,
know.
folks.
It could just been two very emotional people, and they met and they found love, and you get caught up in that whole thing.
I mean, no offense. I believe love too. I love, but it's just something about that pairing that just was like, I don't know. But good luck. Maybe they'll find their way back together. Maybe it won't take forever and a day.
Oh geez.
Oh yeah. One thing that's not going to take forever and a day, and we actually brought this up last week, and this is in regards to the different events that are going on, daytime soap opera events that are still happening in spite of everything that's going on with the pandemic. Want to remind people that Salem Proud is literally just around the corner. So it's on October 10th. Tickets are still on sale. You can go to spectrumcelebrityevents.com. This is going to be a virtual panel, and it's going to have an amazing panel of actors. So we've got Chandler Massey, Freddie Smith, Greg Ricard, Christopher Sean, and Brock Kelly. And it's being hosted by the ever fabulous Tony Moore, who is the creator and host of Dish and Days.
Yeah, he also plays this character named JJ on Forever and a Day.
That's what I hear.
He's related to. Yeah, he's related to this girl named Danielle, who obviously does not want him to stay there. I don't know.
But you really don't want to miss this event, because it's going to be just spotlighting, these amazing gay characters, which we need so much more of. Because the portrayals on Days of Our Lives were really wonderful. They're based in realism and they were authentic. And the actors who to life really did them justice. So get your tickets, you guys. It's going to be good.
Yeah, definitely get it. I mean, it's a really, I love the fact that we're still able to go to soap events.
Yeah.
In our pajamas. Yeah. Okay.
Tony is in the chat room right now under days. He just said JJ left town. Ha ha ha.
Without paying. No, he's good, peeps. Make sure you guys check out Dish and Days on Dish and Days YouTube channel. Yes, the show called More Please. But more.
You were breaking up. What was that?
Breaking up. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? I'm getting weird. It's weird Wi-Fi now. Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just saying that Tony has a new show coming out tomorrow, I believe, More Please. So check it out. It's going to be interesting. So I bet he moves back now. So, okay, this month, October, is not only Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's the 90th anniversary of the soap genre.
Can you say that again, 90. Candice? Yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear me? It's the 90th anniversary.
That's like insane. 90. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, 90. It started with Painted Dreams, which was on WGN radio in Chicago. I don't know where the accent came from. And throughout this month on our social media accounts, we're going to post highlights of various events that happen in soap genre, from the first radio broadcast of a soap to a little show, audio show that's on JLJ Media called Forever and a Day. I'm just saying. So we posted a question on Twitter of what is your favorite top 5 soap themes? Because obviously with soaps, there's always the theme songs. The theme songs are so iconic.
Yes.
So Tami, what is your top 5?
You know, I don't know if I have 5. You know, the first one, well, obviously I love Days of Our Lives. You know, that's always when I was co-hosting with Tony and Michael. Just the opening of the show when we were able to use the music, and then we got to the point where we couldn't use the music anymore. That music, the theme for Days of Our Lives, just relaxed me. It's like, oh, it just brought me to a happy place. Always brought me to a happy place. But I also loved All My Children. Da na na da na 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 na. Right?
Oh yeah.
Did I sing that correctly?
Like, well, yeah, you did. Yeah, I think we're cleared for that way to have that, because it wasn't we were just humming it. We're not gonna get charged for that, right?
Yeah. Okay. I hope not. And then obviously Nadia's theme from The Young and the Restless. Again, I think because, and you know, I used to like GH's theme, but I think he changed it. It's like I haven't liked it for a really long time. Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, so this was hard. Anybody who knows me knows, obviously, number 1, Hold On to Love, Guiding Light. That just right there. We're just gonna drop it. Number 2 is Faces of the Heart, General Hospital. I just love David Coss. That was the reason I bought that CD, so I can hear Faces of the Heart. Number 3, Santa Barbara. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yeah. Number 4 is, okay, you said Young and the Restless, and I'm going to agree with you on that with Nadia's theme. However, I have a special one. It was the one that came on 1999, quote unquote. I'm going to dub it because a lot of people said it. That was the porn theme.
Okay.
When they had the red
saxophone.
Backdrop.
Yes.
The saxophone.
No, that's what they I mean, seriously, people titled that the porn version of Young and the Restless theme song. So I'm just saying. And number 5, Passions.
Okay. You know, Amanda Russ in the chat says Another World has an iconic song. So a man from another world.
Okay, Amanda, I'm going to ask you this question. Which version, though? Because there's two. There's the Crystal Gale version, and then there's the very Crystal last Gale. Theme.
I love Crystal Gale.
Yeah. You are my world. You are with Gary Morris. Okay. I'm not going to sing because that's James' job.
Okay, so are you guys just doing themes?
Theme songs.
For this week,
okay.
Yes.
Then I have no.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you do. James, Days of Our
Lives?
Lives?
Like the themes I like the most are nighttime themes. Daytime themes or whatever. I like the nighttime themes. The only one that I like that really sticks with me, obviously, is Nadia's theme. That's the one I like the most.
Yeah.
All the rest are fine, but I'm a nighttime soap theme person, so I'm out.
And that's good. That's fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, we can do a spin-off nighttime tonight.
I'm going to mention them now. I'm going to mention them now. It's my network. I think my favorite top themes, soap themes, are Dallas. There
you go. They're all soap operas.
And Dynasty.
Yeah,
and Not Landing. My top three.
They're iconic.
They're iconic. And, you know, that was actually this week's question is, since James and Tami and all of us is talking about it, what is your favorite nighttime theme songs of soaps? You see, I was going down the list of soaps here. So we want to know your top 5. James already gave his top 3. I'm pretty sure he still has 2 more. So think about that. For the nighttime, because some of the nighttime soaps had daytime soap stars and writers a part of it. And, you know, today is the 30th anniversary of 90210. I'm just going to put it out there.
Wow. And, you know, you have to call it for what it is. I mean, Dynasty, all those, they're soap operas.
Yeah.
They're soap operas. Just because they were on at night doesn't mean that they weren't soap operas.
Yeah. But I'm going to break it down because I really want to see if everybody agrees with what James said. If the top 3 is going to be, you know, do you guys agree with James? I mean, obviously it's his pick, but Dynasty, Dallas, and Knots Landing had the most iconic themes of all time for the nighttime. Well, 90210 too. So that's going to be your question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite top 5 nighttime soap themes?
That's a good question. We'll post that.
Yeah. So October birthdays.
October babies. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah. So we wanted to wish a happy birthday to, I'm going to mess her name up. I know it.
It's Renee.
Renee. Watch. Oh, I was going to say Watchros. Well, I was going to say Watchros, but that's not it.
No.
I know.
That's Nina, right?
I know. Yeah. Cynthia Watchros. I have Cynthia Watchros in my head right now. But it's I'm going to mess her.
Renee Watson.
Thank you. Who plays Aunt Stella. Her birthday was on September 28th. So we want to wish you happy birthday.
Auntie Stella.
We would sing happy birthday, but we can't sing. Just saying, we cannot sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! From everyone at Daytime Today, we wish Miss Renee Watson a very happy birthday. We're so glad you're back. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So glad.
So before we wrap up, that was pretty much what's been going on in daytime news. Just want to make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on JLJ Media on Sundays, because there's a lot of soapy goodness. I love that term that James came up with. But Candice, share what's going on with Forever and a Day.
Okay, so as everybody knows, Forever and a Day had their season 1 finale 2 weeks ago, which also means that there's Forever and a Day after show until further notice. However, it was announced during the after show by James Lott Jr. that there is a season 2 coming. Oh yeah, we're coming back, baby. And we're also going to be the Christmas episode, December 18th. So stay tuned for that. There was some cast news. So you guys may have heard in season 1, the new character of Dominique. Yes, she's something else. So Soap Vet Lauren B. Martin is joining the cast. And God Light fans, you've asked for this person to be on the soap for so many years, and we are so lucky to have him. Frank DeCopoulos has joined our cast.
That's fantastic.
He plays a Rufus character, and I can't wait for you guys to hear all about that. So tune in, Christmas episode, December 18th, followed by in February, season 2
So
on JLJ
exciting.
Media.
And also, just to let folks know that Forever and a Day is an audio podcast,
Yes.
which I love because it harkens back to that 90-year history of soap operas that started out on radio,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Just it leaves the imagination open, which is what I love.
Yeah. There may be some new casting, some updated casting news this week involving 2 people who you guys know so well. We'll stay tuned for that. I don't know.
Also, I want to talk about the Bold and Beautiful mini spotlight, which we just finished a little while ago. That is on Sundays at 12 o'clock, and that's with creator of JLJ Media, Mr. James Lott Jr., myself, and Miss Amanda Russ, who's the creator of the Bold and Beautiful podcast. You can follow her on Instagram as well. And yeah, we were off last week, so we had 2 weeks of recapping that we did. And you know, as James brought up, Jacqueline was on every single day for these past 2 weeks. So there was so much to recap. It was a really good show. Make sure and tune in for that recap. It's so good. It's up now. So there wasn't a lot going on this week on General Hospital because it got preempted by all this sports stuff. So there's not going to be a GH mini spotlight show. But going forward, you can also find it on Sundays on JLG Media. James and Frank and the rest of the gang pipe in and recap what's been going on with General Hospital. There's also the Y&R mini spotlight. It's the recap for The Young and the Restless. And there's also the Bold and Beautiful Rewind, which I love because it's also an audio podcast. And this is when James goes down the nostalgia road and he spotlights past characters, past subjects and themes. And if you're a Bold and Beautiful fan and you love to go down memory lane, then the Bold and Beautiful Rewind is for you. And all of this can be found on JLJ Media.
It's crazy.
Awesome. Check it
I
out.
don't know who is creating all these shows. I have no idea what's going on.
It's Eric Spells Jr.
I guess. And folks, get ready for Mistletoe Road. We start our first recording this Tuesday night. My cast for episode 1 of this 6-part Christmas series with a twist will be out on JLJ Media November 30th.
So good.
Ooh.
And Tami's going to be in it. So. Yeah. She's going to be in it. Not in the first episode, but she's going to be in it. She's going to be in a couple of episodes. So, yeah.
Wow. I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for anything. You're practicing. Deck the halls and files of Sally. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna get to that. Now, this for our fans. Come close. All right, we gotta talk. Join Tony and crew today in a few hours on Audition Day over on their YouTube channel, Audition Day, because they're talking about Days of Our Lives, of course, but Greg Vaughn.
Need you say more?
The handsome, the talented, the Emmy Award winner, the
engaged.
Mike I mean, yeah. Greg Vaughn will be joining them to talk about all things Eric. What does he think about him and Nicole? The way they wrote him off on the show. Talk about all that. Make sure you guys check out Audition Days today at 3 p.m. on their YouTube channel at Audition Days.
Yes.
And watch us and subscribe and tell Greg I said hi.
He was one of my best interviews when I got him on the red carpet for the Daytime Emmys. I mean, he's just, and we were at the Emmys the year that he won for Best Actor, and everybody was crying. Everybody backstage is crying.
I was crying.
It was such an amazing moment. Such an amazing moment.
He gives the best hugs. If anybody goes, when we go back to fan events one day, and if he's there, he gives the best hugs. And I've been to so many sub events. He stands out. He's just engaged. Like, he locks eyes and he just brings you in.
You know, someone in the chat, Angela, says Greg is also a new citizen in Low County of South Carolina.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he's also because he's doing Queen Sugar.
Yeah.
On OWN. So yeah.
I love that.
And then of course there's this person, JLJ Media, who's just telling us everything about JLJ Media, all the audio shows. He has so many. You guys seriously subscribe to JLJ Media. You never know what's going to happen next. Wait every day. Thank you.
So before we wrap up, folks, Candice, where can people find you on the socials?
Okay, you guys can find me at Candy Pool on Twitter, at CandyMack82 on Instagram. Follow me at, and as well as everybody else, at FAAD Podcast on Twitter and on Instagram. Also, make sure you guys do subscribe to JLJ Media to hear episodes 1 through 14 of Forever Today Season 1. And be on the lookout. There may be some news coming your way.
Yes.
Tami?
And, you know, we just want to thank everyone for supporting Daytime Today, especially on social media. You can find Daytime Today on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at Daytime Today. And we say this every week. Please like, comment, share, support, because the reality is the numbers matter. And our Instagram page has been growing, which has been amazing. Twitter, we need you guys to keep engaging and keep retweeting and commenting and follow us, because it really does make a difference. The larger the numbers, the louder the voice we have to support the daytime community. So,
amen.
Support. You can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia. That's super easy. You can find me on Insta at Tami.Goveia and on Facebook, Tami Goveia Official. And there you go, guys. That's it for the week. We want to thank you, as always, for watching Daytime Today. Candice and I love doing the show. James loves the show as well. And we're so thankful for his support and the platform that we have now here on JLJ Media. We'll see you next week, and it might be another live show. We're kind of testing the waters to see how this all goes. We love doing it live, though. We love seeing people in the chat room.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Rob, Annie, Amy, all you guys. Thank you so much for keeping it going.
We really do love it. So until then, just a reminder to let's be kind today, let's be grateful today, and as always, let's daytime today. We'll see you next week.